Hey guys, um, we have a couple beautiful snakes for you today. These are the common death adder, the Sydney form, the red form, which is somewhat rare in European collections, hence demand a high price. This is my pair. The one on the left is the male, the darker one. In fact, I think the more beautiful one. And the one on the right is the female. And I just wanted to feed them together for you to show them how pretty they are. So let's start with the female. I'm just giving them wet mice so they get some moisture. Here we are. Interesting, normally she would pounce. So let's try with the male. The male is interested in going to the other place. So let's turn him around. Let's see if he is interested in some mice. Yeah, he is, obviously. I don't know why the female would refuse, but let's try and see if she's at all interested. The female already was cuddle luring in her cage actually, and she was definitely interested. In fact, she tried to strike at me, but I think I weirded her out when I moved her out to feed. There we go. I knew we were gonna get there. And now she's doing the happy death adder for us. That little dance that death adders do when they have food in their mouth. Alright, let's back off. Okay, so people who have been watching my channel would know that these are death adders from the Acanthophis genus, and they come from Australia, and there are a couple species in Papua New Guinea as well, and Indonesia, but these are mainland adders, so they come from Australia, and their venom is 100% neurotoxic, which means the only component in the venom that they have attacks basically nerve cells, and I think the untreated mortality rate was about 50%. So back in the day when there was no antivenom, you got bitten by one of these guys, you would have a 50% chance of survival basically. So I got these snakes a while ago. I think it's been over a year now, probably more. And when I got them, the male was a good feeder, but the female had issues, and for a long time she didn't feed voluntarily. So she was assist fed or force fed. I have videos of this, but now she's in great shape and she feeds fine. In fact, she is always cuddle luring in her cage. Cuddle luring means that these guys move their tails like a worm or a grub, so that a prey item would mistake it and come to eat and then get hunted. That's called cuddle luring, and she does that now all the time to show me that she's hungry. Okay, I'm gonna focus on the male now a little bit because he's already eating. Death adders are elapids, meaning from the family of Elypidae, and they are close relatives to snakes like cobras and mambas and tiger snakes in Australia. But they have filled a different niche. They have filled the ambush predator niche in Australia. Hence, their features have changed over the thousands of years, and they became viper-like in appearance with the triangular head and the elliptical eyes, and basically sit and wait type of predatory behavior. Because other Australian snakes, they look like regular lapids. They run around and hunt. They're active. They don't sit and wait for their food like these guys. So they're still lapids. If you check their genetics, they're lots more closer to lapids than viperids, but they have these plastic adaptations that aid them to survive in the Australian outback. There are several species of death adders. I happen to own 4 different species. 3 of them are mainland adders, like these guys, and 1 species is from Papua New Guinea. And I would like to have more. I love these snakes, but unfortunately, due to Australian expert laws, the snakes we have and the gene pool we have is very limited. And unfortunately, most of our snakes are severely inbred because people keep breeding siblings to each other, as that's the only available pool of animals that we have. Okay, the female is doing her thing, but let's focus on the male again because he's getting to the final point of feeding. You can really overfeed these guys and make them grow fast. I have had people with Acanthophis who were at breedable age at 18 months easily, due to the fact that they will eat and eat and eat once they get going. However, that's not very healthy in my opinion, and observation, I cannot say full scientific studies, but observation shows that animals who are fed that way, to the level of obesity, die younger. Yes, you can get your animal to breed, but it would be basically unfair to the animal because you're compromising its health. Even though death adders have plastic viperid appearance, they do not have the classic viperid feature of movable fangs. Their fangs are fixed and small, like other lapids. So they're maybe slightly larger and a little bit more mobile compared to other lapids in Australia, but they're definitely nowhere close to a true viper where it's basically hinged on the jaw and can be basically bent. Right, the male is almost done, the female is getting there. So that's good. It was interesting to watch her hesitate because now that she got going, she never hesitates when she sees food. But when I took her off her cage, it totally weirded her out, and she didn't want to bite for a while, which is unexpected. One thing about keeping these guys is they are very easy to deal with as far as venomous snakes go. There's only one thing that you need to know, and that is you don't get into the strike range of a death adder. That's that simple. Especially when they're in their ambush mode. If you get into their strike range, you will get bitten. There's no question about it. Now, you know, they tend to give dry bites as well with no venom, but who wants to take that chance? So if you want to keep these guys, organize your caging in a way that you can remove the water bowl without getting into the strike range, and you can offer them food without getting into the strike range, and you will be absolutely fine. Because these are not like other lapids, they will not chase you off the cage. They're not like cobras, they will just sit and wait. You know, like gaboon vipers would, for example. And people who keep or know about venomous snakes will know that getting into the strike range of a gaboon viper is a very bad idea as well. So you need to imagine a red zone around the snake about as long as its length, and then avoid that, and you'll be fine. Alright, our male is done and our female is about to be done, and I just wanted to show these guys to you side by side so you see how beautiful they are, and you know how slightly variable they are in coloration. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will talk to you next week. Bye.